The countdown to Santa's one-night circumnavigation of the globe has started. While you can now track his progress with the North American Aerospace Defense Command, NORAD, which follows Father Christmas as he leaves his top-secret toy factory in the North Pole. The site allows children and adults to track Santa as he travels around the world at lightning speed, starting on Christmas Eve. You can track Santa in real time using NORAD's tool below. Mobile users who can't see the tracker above can visit NORAD's website to use it. You can track Santa in real time using NORAD's tool above. Mobile users who can't see the tracker above can visit NORAD's website to use the tool. Though Father Christmas won't set off until Christmas Eve, the site is now live to get people ready. The popular website shows his path above different countries and has a counter that reveals the number of presents delivered. As well as a clock with a countdown to Christmas Eve. There are weather updates, games, films and Christmas stories available on the site. Come Christmas Eve, if users cannot access the tracker, there is also an email address or number you can contact to get the latest updates. NORAD has been following Santa's movements from space since 1955, when an advert encouraging children to phone Santa gave out its number instead. It told children to give Santa Claus a call anytime, day or night, on his private phone, but accidentally gave the number Me2 to 6681, which connected to the NORAD hotline. Colonel Harry Shoup received the call on a telephone meant to be used during an incident of impending attack by the Soviet Union, but responded in a playful way and let the boy know where Santa was en route from the North Pole. Colonel Shoup ordered staff to answer calls with an update on Father Christmas's location, and the tradition has continued, now with a live tracker of Santa's journey online. The website shows his path above different countries and has a counter that reveals the number of presents delivered. Although Father Christmas won't set off until Christmas Eve, the site is now live to get people ready. Come the 24th December, if users cannot access the tracker, there is also an email address or number you can contact to get the latest updates. As well as a clock with a countdown to Christmas Eve, there are weather updates, games, films and Christmas stories available on the site. One of our favorite places on the website is the Holiday Activities page under Library, according to the NORAD Facebook page. You can see a personalized message from Santa, Elf yourself, print out coloring pages, and so much more. Volunteers are manning NORAD's 157 phone lines and computers at Peterson Air Force Base in Colorado Springs to field hundreds of phone calls, emails, and tweets from anxious children wondering what time Santa will arrive. According to the website, the email address is noradtricksanta@outlook.com. It says you can phone the call center on 0021-719-556-5211. They generally get around 70,000 calls from children in around 200 countries checking his location. Parents and guardians will also want to ensure their children are in bed before Santa arrives, so he stops and makes his much-anticipated delivery. Volunteers will share Santa's location on Facebook and Twitter. In 2014, Santa got 1.6 million Facebook likes. Normally, the NORAD facility is responsible for defending the skies of the U.S. and Canada, and was originally located within Cheyenne Mountain in Colorado Springs in order to withstand a nuclear attack. Thanks to a newspaper's misprint in 1955, the North American Aerospace Defense Command, designed to track aerial and space threats to the continent, received a call from a little boy hoping to speak to Father Christmas. The misprint in 1955 came in a Sears Roebuck ad for readers in Colorado Springs, which is near NORAD's headquarters at Ent Air Force Base. It told children to give Santa Claus a call anytime, day or night, on his private phone, but accidentally gave the number Me2 to 6681, which connected to the NORAD hotline. The North American Aerospace Defense Command has tracked Santa Claus's journey around the world since 1955, when Colonel Harry Shoup, Wright, received a phone call from a little boy who had seen a misprint ad, left for Sears, and wanted to speak to Kris Kringle. The colonel's daughter told the New York Post that a child on the other end began crying when the military man demanded to know who was calling. He figured out what was going on after talking to the boy's mother, and told his men to speak to the children about Santa's journey when more calls came. NORAD, then called CORAD, had a radar system set up in the northern reaches of Canada to detect threats such as Soviet missiles traveling over the North Pole. Decades later, the NORAD Track Santa effort also uses satellites and Santa cams placed around the world that broadcast footage of the jolly old elf in different locales. That has become tradition, and now involves a host of corporate partners and volunteers who handle calls and emails from children wondering about Santa's whereabouts. He is set to start near the international date line in New Zealand and Australia, before going up to East Asia and west to Europe and Africa, before hitting up the US. NORAD claims Canadian and American fighter jets accompany St. Nick in each country's airspace, though the website lacks accounts of the journey from the airmen.